Good morning, y'all. I failed. I failed. Nah, I didn't smoke. I'm not smoking weed. I'm smoking a Black and Mild. Now you're asking me why. Why am I smoking? Why are you smoking, Angel? Why you doing what you're doing? I am learning that my brain is an imperfect brain. And I know everybody knows this. We say it all the time. But somewhere deep down inside, there's a skeptic in you that thinks that it is perfect. And right now, what I notice is throughout my own personal history, anytime I'm facing some sort of adversity, like what I consider extreme, you know what I mean, or what I consider difficult, I tend to fold and succumb to some bad habits. And I tend to self-destruct. Like it started with the simple things. Like, right? Started with the simple things. It started with the drinking of coffee. The drinking of coffee led me to less sleep. Less sleep led me to irritability. Irritability leads me to frustration. Frustration leads me to wanting to ease that pain. Right? Whatever it is, like something that's happened on a subconscious level is happening to me. Right? I don't even like these, and I'm smoking them. Even when I smoked weed, I never smoked Black. This is the first Black and Mild I've ever smoked since I was 19 years old. And I notice my nature is, when chaos happens, I self-destruct. And I start self-destructing with things I start putting into my body. Things I start putting my eyes to. Like, I don't even like watching like drama type shit. And that's all I was watching last night. I went to bed at 2 in the morning. 2 in the fucking morning. I'm usually in bed by 7 o'clock. Don't get me wrong, I'm going through some shit. But we all going through some shit. And what I'm learning how to master, learning step by step, is the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm states that if the pendulum swings one way, it has to swing the other way. And wherever you're focused on, whatever your mental is focused on, whether it's a positive or negative, it will swing that way. Like as above, so below, as within, so without. And I notice what I lack in my life is poise. Remaining calm during the eye of the storm. And the reason I'm making this video is to show you some transparency. Like, right now, I should have been at work for an hour ago. Because that's who I am. I like to wake up early. I like to get things done. But since I chose certain actions, certain thoughts, my body was a slave to my mind. And it should be the very opposite. My body should be a slave to my brain, to my soul, to who I am. And that all starts with, what are you listening to? What are you putting in to your brain, your body? Even so early in the morning, I'm still thinking destructive thoughts. Not in the sense of suicide or anything like that. It's just like when you're going through bullshit, you're gonna be going through bullshit. And depending on how your mental is, it could be as great or as bad as you want to make it. Right? Like last week I was weighing 213. Right now I'm weighing 220. Because the choices and the subtle choices and the decisions I have made. Like, you won't see a lot of transparency out there, but I'm not the one for the bullshit. I'm going to show you the good. I'm going to show you the terrible. Like, I drank. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a drinker so much so that I start getting the shakes the next day after I start drinking. But I went on a binge drinking spree this whole weekend and gave myself the excuse. I gave in to my weaker self saying, it's all right, Angel. You're going through this. Like, I really believe that there's two people inside me. People call me schizophrenic, call me whatever. I feel like there's three people inside me, actually. There's one that just plays the neutral role. And then there's one that plays the good. And one that plays, like, one plays the father, one plays the mother. Hold on, let me get out this light. Right? The one I tend to listen to when I'm going through my hard moments sometimes, like sometimes I could kick it, sometimes I can't, is the mother inside me, the one that accepts me for whatever I do. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all right, you could do that, right? And then there's the other side of me that everybody tries to ignore, right? Which is, nah, motherfucker, it is not all right. It is not all right to just give in to your emotions. It's not all right to just be sensitive. You got to get shit fucking done because you got people relying on you. You got you to rely on. Right? Now some people got addictions with food, like myself. Some people got smoking addictions, like myself. Drinking. I'm not too much of a drinker, but lately, since I haven't been able to smoke weed, that's been my alternative to be in my feelings. Then I mentioned it before where I'm a softie. I'm a softie, you know what I mean? I'm a softie, and sometimes I get the better of myself. Some days I can shake it off and keep it moving, but the reality is the reality. I still need to master that poise, right? And that starts with the law of rhythm, right? No matter if it's going good, right? Don't allow my emotions to just feel good when it's feeling good. And when it's going bad, don't allow it to feel bad when it's feeling bad. Just stay balanced. And the only way I could do that is by educating myself. And sometimes maybe experiencing, doing the fucking awful shit for my body. But my body shouldn't have to suffer, because when my body suffers, my mind suffers, and then my spirit starts suffering. Because then I start guilt tripping myself. You know what I mean? I start guilt tripping myself. Hold on. I start guilt tripping myself. And I start tripping on myself. Like, damn, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And that's my fucking problem. I'm always looking out what I can be doing instead of focus on who I am. Not who I am for the circumstances that I'm going through. Because life is always going to swing left and it's always going to swing right for you. Right? Like, I'm doing this and I know I'm fucked up for doing this. I know making the decision to stay up and just stay on my phone looking at bullshit when I shouldn't be looking at bullshit. Looking outside myself for some sort of comfort, when all those things are just mere illusions that fuck with your center of balance. when you're off balance and you're just solely like, oh, this is fucked up, or this is great, and you're not poised, when that law of balance starts kicking in, it will take fucking advantage of you. Like it's doing to me right now. It is fucking me up. And you could talk about it with anybody. You know what I mean? To make yourself get some sort of relief. But at the end of the day, you got to wake up and look at you. Instead of choosing to read books, I'm choosing to read Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds and the news. I don't even watch the fucking news, and I'm watching the news. You know what I mean? And then you get crazy fucking thoughts. Like, you could go on a streak, right, of negativity, and you could go on a streak of positivity. But your goal is to remain balanced with yourself. Because if you get on that high horse of, oh, everything's going great, like you talk to everybody, you say, hey, how you doing? What's everybody going to say? Good. And that's a fucking lie. People just say that to shut you the fuck up. Nobody really gives a fuck. They don't even care if they're doing good. You know what I mean? They're saying, I'm doing good because I got up today. I'm here. You know what I mean? I know I got a lot of soul searching to do right now. You can only cover up your anger in so many fucking ways. You can only cover up your pain in so many different fucking ways. And you could put on these, in my head, the way I see it is like putting on fucking layers and layers. Whether it's through obesity, whether it's through toxic habits, whether it's through bullshit. You put on these layers and it's like a fucking padding to protect yourself. Like right now I'm using this as a padding to fucking protect myself. Right? Some people use pornography to protect themselves, to feel a love that they don't feel within themselves. So they have to go ahead and look outside themselves in order to get that comfort, when I should be like, people should just seek their comfort within. Like me, I should be seeking my comfort from within. But I yet have learned the art, because it's a motherfucking art, of staying poised. You know what I mean? It's good to say that you could face adversity when you're in your high moments. It's good to say those things. But when you're in those fucking down in the dump moments, what the fuck is your course of action? It feels good when you're starting a brand new habit, like say you want to start a weight loss journey or whatever it may be, or start a new business. But then when that pendulum swings the other way in a negative form, and you haven't practiced being down or fight going backwards, you're vulnerable to sink back to what is easy. Right now, I'm sinking back to what is easy. And I'm trying to fucking wake myself up out of it. It's kind of ironic that I'm trying to, talk to somebody. I don't care who I'm talking to. I'm talking to me mainly right now. I'm talking to one person that's out there struggling. I feel you, dog. I feel you, ma'am. You know what I mean? But I know I'm going to keep fucking fighting. I got to kill these habits one by one. Remain poised. Stay calm, cool, collected. And keep this fucking shit moving, dog. Keep this fucking shit moving. That's what it's about nowadays. You kind of have to ride the waves. Right now, I feel like I'm fucking crashing right into them bitches. You know what I mean? And like, if I don't stop this, if I don't stop the drinking, if I don't stop the staying up late, if I don't stop, if I don't stop this destructive path, I'm going to end up falling back to smoking weed. Because it's what I know best. It's what I've taught myself to do. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I hope this touched somebody. I hope you, whoever you are, watching this out there, man, I hope you could learn from my example and don't try to take the other route. Try to be more poised with yourself. Try to be more centered. It's very hypocritical for me saying that. I'm over here smoking a black in my house. But anyway, stay blessed. Stay motivated. Let's get through this shit. Let's get through another day. It's beautiful. The sun's shining on us and not on our graves. Whatever you're going through, I need to learn how to fucking use this shit as fuel. We gotta learn how to use this shit as fuel, dog. We gotta start feeding ourselves with this negativity. Learn how to fight backwards instead of just going forward all the time. You know what I mean? Learn how to fight going sideways, backwards. Doesn't matter if it's hot, warm, cold. Learn how to fight through destructive weather. Alright? Stay blessed, stay motivated. Let's fucking turn this fucking day around, Angel.